As the Democratic Party rallies around Kamala Harris as its presidential nominee at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, many questions continue to surround the top of the newly minted Democratic ticket. Is America on the cusp of electing its first female president? What's her main legislative priority? And perhaps most important to those tasked with writing history, what's the deal with Harris's apostrophe?
There's been a lot of conversation online about Vice President Harris's name and how you might have a possessive of their name. So the AP style really is that you add only an apostrophe at the end of a singular proper name ending in S.
That's the Vice President for News Standards and Inclusion at the Associated Press, addressing the humble apostrophe's role in Kamala Harris's campaign. When the New York Times talks about Kamala Harris's muscular patriotism, for instance, it's bulked up by an apostrophe S after Harris. But over at the Associated Press, talk of Harris's ascendance does not lift up a second S. And surprise, surprise, the company behind the widely used AP style book writing and editing reference has a cut and dry rule when it comes to singular proper names ending in S. Use only an apostrophe. That means a single apostrophe, no S, when it comes to Jesus' life, Kansas's schools, and yes, Harris's Doritos.
This has been a long-standing policy for the AP. It has served us well, and we've not seen any real need to change, but we do know that that conversation is out there and people make different choices when it comes to grammar, and that's all fine. Everyone makes the choice that works best for them.
And I learned that in elementary school in the 1970s, and so that's still the way that I write it, although even at the time it seemed illogical to me because I don't say Harris running mate, I say Harris's.
This guy's a senior linguistics lecturer at Dartmouth College who was originally taught the S apostrophe, even though plenty of other outfits these days, like the Washington Post and the Wall Street Journal, go full S apostrophe S.
But other associations like the Modern Language Association or the American Psychological Association and most of my students nowadays have also been taught to use the apostrophe S all the time, so to write Harris apostrophe S, not just Harris apostrophe.
Merriam-Webster says that this is an option, but many other people also choose to do S apostrophe S when someone's proper name ends in an S. So you will see that many other news organizations do the same.
Now, this whole apostrophe-nundum isn't just some way to justify all those weird S's you drew in middle school notebooks. If elected, Harris would become only the 4th U.S. president with a last name ending in S. I'll save you the Google search. The other 3 were John Adams, John Quincy Adams, and Rutherford B. Hayes. By the way, John Quincy Adams was John Adams' son. John Adams' son. This is hard.
So the dilemma is in part due to an age difference. I think in part, that some modern organizations and educational institutions have changed, but others have continued to adhere to the older style.
Our Dartmouth guy here notes that linguists view writing as representative of speech, and because speech changes over time, he expects the S apostrophe S form to eventually exert its dominance.
I will first say that AP style has really evolved over time, and generally at the AP, we involve our colleagues. We consult with dictionaries and other resources when we are looking at fixing or making changes to guidance. So it's not unusual for people to have different feelings about grammar and how it's used and how they prefer to use it.
These days, the Merriam-Webster dictionary says both the solo apostrophe and the apostrophe S variants of the possessive of proper names ending with S are acceptable. And even though the lean, skinny jeans look of the S single apostrophe may ultimately trend itself out in favor of the spacious, relaxed fit of the S apostrophe S, if this pen predicament has been keeping you up at night, our linguist here urges you to seek out any rules that may guide your writing.
What I would advise, and what I think people often advise, is if you're writing for a publication, most publications have a style sheet. And they say, do it this way or that way. So do it that way.
Our advice? Subscribe to @TheNewsRefresh for more weird and interesting news stories like these each and every day. In this recent piece, we covered the Secret Service Kamala Harris bathroom incident, during which the agency broke into a hair salon to use the bathroom without permission during a Kamala Harris fundraiser. Whoa, now that's a scandal.